Coach, we had a somewhat of a short night against Dumas the other night, one of the quicker games that I can recall in a while. We scored 31 points in the first half, if I remember correctly, and about 21 points on the first 4 plays offensively. So we had a good night. How did things go from your point of view?
Well, we did. We came out defensively, let them get a first down on the first drive, and then really stiffened up and made them punt, and we scored 35 points in a hurry. I think it was 35-0 with like 6 minutes, 58 seconds to go in the second quarter. Was able to get some of our young kids in that hadn't played much, and so they got to play the remaining of the second quarter and then the whole second half. And hopefully they're going to improve some. But I talked to our football team about us. We got to work on ourselves this week, and went back and looked at some of the things that we were doing, and we're probably going to play a little bit more, no matter what the score is. That's something that I look back in 06 and 07 that hurt us as the year went on. So now we're probably going to play more of the first half, and probably going to play some of the second half just to get our kids ready to go. And we're not really going to look at the scoreboard and see what it is.
The younger players, I was going to mention that you did get to play a lot of kids quite a bit in that game. Did you see some things there that you liked, or comment on that? I know a lot of them hadn't played a lot.
All right, they haven't. They've gotten to play a lot the last couple of weeks or last 3 weeks, but really they're still in a learning process. I thought defensively, Ardarius Harding brought some. He played a lot of snaps. He came in for LaFoy early because LaFoy's been beat up a little bit. We got him out pretty quick in the first quarter. And then offensively, Justin got some reps. He's going to keep improving. Sam Ross, who think's got a chance to be a good football player for us here. Franklin Gilmore, who's got a chance to be a good football player. They're all getting a lot of reps. Marquise Moore, who's stepped up on both sides of the ball, who's playing some special teams now. He's playing some outside backer and some wide receivers. So there's some young guys who have some potential there. We just got to, get them more reps, and they'll get some in the next few weeks, and hopefully keep improving.
Trent Broughton, played him a lot, obviously, because Calais didn't play, and I know Trent's played a good bit this year. He had a pretty big game. If I remember, 190-something yards, I think. That's unofficial, but rushing. How do you think he did overall?
He got better this week. We challenged him a little bit the last 2 weeks. We didn't think he was running north and south like we thought he should, and he wasn't running as hard as we thought he should. So we challenged him a little bit. He ended the game with 20 carries for 180 yards, and that was good to see from him. And we know that we got a guy that we can put in there now that's got some reps that when Calais gets back, which Clay's going to play this week, so we get him back, and we're excited about that. But we know we got a guy like Trent who knows the offense that's got a lot of snaps so far this year. He's played a lot of football games, and hopefully he'll continue to get better and be able to give us a guy that we can trust whenever we need to when Clay needs a break.
Still pretty well the same situation with injuries. About got everybody back playing with what they got to play with, and
yeah, everybody's going to play this week except for Torres. We got to get Calais. We're going to try to get him 15 to 20 snaps, 20 touches this week is what our goal is going in. We got to start getting him in game shape. I know a bunch of people say, well, you need to keep resting him. Well, there's a point where he's got to be in shape to play the rest of the year, and you're not going to get that until you start playing games. And you don't want to ask the kid to go out there in the first game and be a big ball game and have to get 15 or 20 carries. There's a process to get to that, and hopefully we can get some of them this week. He is going to start the game for us, and then we're going to see where he's at, how he's doing, and then he's going to play a lot more snaps than he did at Star City for sure.
Well, let's shift gears and go to DeWitt. They're the next game, be coming in here to Jim Hurley Stadium. Glad to be home again. I keep hearing DeWitt's a little bit better football team than maybe they've been the last few years. What do you expect there from them?
Well, traditionally it's always been a tough game for us. Over there last year, they probably gave us the closest game of anybody in the conference. They played with us the whole first half and wasn't really being able to pull away to the second half. And our kids understand that. The 2 out of the last 3 years have been a tough game with DeWitt, and so we got to come back and we got to really focus on what we're doing. They're going to give us a different type of offense. They got a really good quarterback who does a good job with the read option. He's a great runner and thrower, and they're 4-2. They're excited about football in DeWitt probably for the first time in a long time. They're playing for a playoff seed. They got a chance, a great chance to make the playoffs for the first time in a long time. So they're going to be excited to come in and play against us at our stadium, and we got to be ready for that. We got to be ready for that initial punch, and then play our game.
Well, we're definitely in the stretch run of the conference now. Season's going by very rapidly. What kind of things are you working on to just continue to get the team better?
Really focusing a lot on special teams right now. Kickoff team's really not very good right now. It's something that's a big concern for us. Seems like we're giving up field position every time, and so we went back, looked at some of the things that we're doing there, trying to improve it. Offensively and defensively, we're just still installing what we need to do. Getting ready for each week, but also getting ready for down the road as far as what we want to have in certain weeks of the season, and then just getting better. Like I told our football team, we have to get better on the practice field right now. When you go play a game like we did against Crosted or Dumas, you're not getting better because we're not playing enough minutes, and that's something that concerns me right now. It concerned me back in 06 and 07 when we got to a certain point and we were mercy ruling everybody, or we were scoring a lot of points. We didn't get better through weeks 6, 7, and 8. So that's something we went back and we looked at. What we need to do to make sure that we get better, and we need to play more. We need to play more snaps. I think offensively, like you said, we scored 21 points on our first 4 plays, and our first team offense didn't play but like 20 plays the whole night. And we can't do that and be a good football team. So we got to go back to how we're calling plays and make sure that them guys are getting what we need in each ball game to get better.
You talked early in the year. You had quite a few turnovers in the first 3 games. That difficult stretch. Looks like you've cut the turnovers down, and certainly that's helping your offense.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's what we're doing or who we're playing, but it's a big difference in talent level right now as far as the first 3 games to the last 3 games, and that's a concern. Are we getting better with the turnover because of who we're playing, or is it because we're correcting them? We've talked about it a lot and we work on it a lot, but we got to continue to do that. We got to continue to secure the football. We do ball security drills every Monday, and but we've been doing that since week 1. So hopefully that it's really taking toll right now, and we're creating turnovers with our defense. And we done that all year. We just didn't get some early in the year. It's like we wasn't getting the bounces, but now we're getting the bounces, and we're able to make something happen off a turnover. Like in the second possession the other night, Chris Oliver gets the interception, and we score on the first play after that, and so we're able to make them pay for turning the ball over.
Well, let's get a big crowd out Friday night. I think the weather's probably going to be pretty good, and we're back at home, and get a big crowd and make a good stretch run for this conference championship.
Yeah, we're excited to be back home. It's the first time in 3 weeks we've been here, and we get to play 3 of our last 4 games home, and just excited to be here, and hopefully we'll have a great crowd out for the remaining of the games.
Good luck. We'll see you Friday.
All right, thank you.